As I stated earlier, I'm a social worker, so I get to see firsthand the other side of the people's plight and what's going on. So I decided to throw my hat in the ring because I would like to see better job possibilities or prospects. I'd like to see us not have so many box stores, because the box stores aren't really paying any salaries that are making it easier to live in Norwalk. It's not really making our families self-sufficient. I like to see better assistance and help for the homeless and the elderly. And I would also like to have a say or put a stake in the whole gang the whole gang criteria. I would like to see something done about that.
Okay, thank you. Bruce?
2 minutes is a short period of time, but I'll do my best. My name is Bruce Kimmel. I have a fairly extensive history in the world of education. Started out at Columbia University, where I received a PhD in 1981. I taught there in the sociology department. After becoming very much involved in our son's preschool, which was the only combination public-private preschool in Manhattan, I turned to my wife one day and I said, I'd like to teach public school. And she said, go for it. And I ended up teaching for 25 years in northern Manhattan, PS 132, even with the PhD in history and sociology at Columbia. I learned a lot about public education. Retired in 2012 in June. Dr. Levinson and NCC hired me, so I came full circle, and now I teach sociology at NCC, and it's interesting. On the way, I was president of the Cranberry PTO for 2 years in the 90s. I represented West Rocks Middle School in the PTO Council, and right now I'm also a member of the Historical Commission. Why I'm running? To me, Norwalk is like a beautiful mosaic. We've got it all, but we're not quite there yet. We've got an incredibly complex class structure. We've got a diverse population. We've got beautiful parks. We've got beautiful beaches. We've got wonderful waterfront. We've got urban, rural, suburban communities. We've got distinct neighborhoods. Our potential is incredible, but we're not quite there yet, but we're beginning to move there. Unbelievably, we've come out of the recent recession in good shape fiscally. As Mayor Moshe indicated earlier, we are in good shape, and that's the foundation that you need to reach your goals. Without that, you don't get anywhere. For the next 2 years, I want to see, particularly because it affects so many people so directly, our flood mediation program be implemented so we can deal with local flooding. Thank you very much.
My name is Joe Kendi. I was born in Norwalk. My children were also born and raised in Norwalk. I graduated Norwalk High School. They graduated from McMahon, Amy and Joe. I'm a legal and business advisor to chief executive officers and senior management of American and multinational executives. I was senior vice president, general counsel, and secretary of Shiseido Americas Corporation, responsible for their legal affairs in the United States and in the Americas and their international business. I was a member of the board of directors. I'm currently also an adjunct professor of commercial law at Western Connecticut State University and the owner of Kendi Law LLC, which is a new venture on my part, domestic and international legal affairs management. I was a captain in the United States Army. I served in Vietnam. I am an honorary director of Visiting Nurse and Hospice of Fairfield County, which is a result of a merger of Mid-Fairfield Hospice, Inc. and Nursing and Home Care, which I oversaw when I was president and chairman of Mid-Fairfield Hospice, Inc. That operation. The reason I'm running is because I love Norwalk. I have a vested interest in it. But I have 3 priorities. One is maintaining the fiscal soundness of this city and the AAA bond rating. Without that, you can't do anything. The second priority is education, maintaining the quality and competence of our teachers, and getting new teachers, competence and quality as well, advancing the facilities, and, of course, the security of our schools. My third priority, it's very difficult to pick priorities, is the value of our residential real estate, the value and viability of our commercial real estate, and that smart decisions are made with respect to larger businesses that want to come into Norwalk, which are important to the city. So those are my 3 priorities. My wife, Linda, I have a family has a history of public service to Norwalk. My first cousin was chief of police in the 1960s. My first cousin, Jean O'Connor, was First Lady to Tom O'Connor, who was mayor of Norwalk, responsible for Heritage Hall, the Wall of Honor, and a lot of other things. And my wife is a retired public health nurse from the health department.
Time.
Thank you.
Glenn?
Glenn Anico, a native Norwalker, second generation Norwalker. Actually, my grandfather came here in the early 1900s and purchased the farm that I'm actually still living on part of in 1905. I have 4 kids, 3 grandkids. I've been married for almost 40 years. I graduated Norwalk High School in 1971, and I have a master's degree in public administration from the University of New Haven. I have been involved with the city for most of my life. I spent 31 years on the Norwalk Fire Department. Started as a dispatcher to a firefighter to an inspector, and the last 13 years of my career were as fire marshal for the city. I retired in June. I've been involved in a lot of nonprofits over the years. I've been past president of the Norwalk Rotary Club, the Norwalk Historical Society, the Norwalk High School Alumni Association. I guess I got to start saying no to some of these things. I'm currently the chairman of the Norwalk High School Alumni Association Scholarship Fund. I was on the Norwalk Historical Commission for 5 years. The reason I want to run is because I've always wanted to run, but I really couldn't see myself running when I was fire marshal. So now that I'm retired, I have a little more spare time, and I just want to continue to serve the city of Norwalk, my city, the best I can. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Olivia Darty again. I am a native of Norwalk. I played women's basketball at Brian McMahon High School, and I went on to Wake Forest University, where I received my communications degree. I coached women's basketball collegiately over 10 years, and it was very time-consuming, but I developed many interpersonal communication skills, working with different people from different creeds, backgrounds, economic status, and you find out a lot about people and how they interact and what you must do to get the best out of them. Just recently, I've transitioned into graduate school at Quinnipiac University for business management. And moving back here to Norwalk, I realized that it's not the city that it used to be when I grew up here. And now that I am the guardian of my nieces, who are 12 and 10 years old respectively, their mother passed away from cancer, so I took on the responsibility of changing my lifestyle to come back and take care of them. I wanted to help Norwalk become the city that it used to be. And I really would like to emphasize that it is my hope that being elected to council, I'll be able to help our public school systems become Class A. I would like to definitely tackle the issues of public safety by giving our youth alternative lifestyles, because I understand how difficult it is out here. I will also like to reach across partisan line and tackle the tax burden, and also make smart decisions to bring good businesses here to create jobs. And I will also like to work on really developing issues and concerns that our country that our city is facing without complexity. And what I mean by that is